Welcome to the show. Hi, I'm Randy Jeffers, and we are live from the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, we have a great show for you today. We are here with Ben Munger, who is the president of LV1 Media, right?
Absolutely.
And that your website is lv1media.com.
Correct.
And you are one of those guys that just amazes me. You seem to know everything, and I just feel smarter when I hang out with you. But you're one of those guys that has figured out what's really important in my 15-year-old's life, and that's social media, and that's your field. But tell us just a little bit about what you do at LV1 Media.
Yeah, so basically we're a full-service digital marketing agency based here in Las Vegas, but we have clients all over the country, nationwide, and in different parts of the world. Basically, we focus on redesigning or creating brand new websites for companies, making sure that they're search engine optimized and have integration with social media platforms. And we really focus on giving people new age designs and modern looks for their website, mobile responsive, which is very key to the search engines today. And we basically help people drive traffic, targeted traffic to their website. So it's it's a full service platform where we sit with the client individually, work with them one-on-one, consult them on what they need, look at their target markets, and then we develop a strategy for them.
Well, a website is so important now. It wasn't that many years ago when hardly anybody had a website, but you can't live without one now. And,
right.
And there's a lot of websites out there. Most of them are probably not up to par, right?
Correct.
They need some work on them, or need to be. I mean, if a website was done 5 years ago, it's old, probably old technology, and probably not what it should be. What are some of the things that people need to look at if they have an existing website? What is it that they might be missing out on?
Well, a lot of the old platforms, are designed in a very old school look. The psychology of the way the human eye reads from left to right and focuses on graphics and specific keywords and phrases. We'd like to get people and make sure that they're having the proper graphics, the proper content in their website. Easy to read, not too much content. A lot of websites, especially in the the old school days, there was just too much content, not enough images, not enough calls to action. So and that's really what we focus on now, is just helping clients get a good read, design, help them with their brand, and then focus on calls to action and getting them to content on their site that's going to help them drive traffic.
I suppose it's interesting you were saying that, because I suppose you have to be part psychiatrist or psychologist when you're doing all this,
right?
Because there's a lot of psychology involved in it. And I know when I'm looking for something or surfing the web, my attention span is short.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Because I grew up before people were doing all this, but
yeah.
I guess I've gotten myself into it like everybody else. But
right.
if something's not right on a website, you just want to click off, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Statistically, people are on a website when they first land on it for 5 to 6 seconds, and if there's nothing there to grab their attention, whether it be a certain graphic or a certain phrase or headline, they're going to, or the website seems confusing, they're going to click the back button and they're going to go to one of your competitors.
Yeah.
So it's very important to make sure that your website is painting a picture to people, so that when they first click on the website, they can see within a few seconds what you're trying to accomplish, what you're doing in your business.
Yeah. What's one of the most important things that you can have on a website?
I mean, it's really just a combination of everything. It's just like when we design, strategies for a marketing campaign. to have a well-rounded strategy, you have to have a combination of graphics, a combination of content. You have to have the right ratio. You have to have, your social media integrations. One of the most important things is to have an opt-in box or some type of a lead capture page, system, a lead capture system that is going to get your visitors to opt in and get onto either a newsletter or some type of promotion that you can give them, so that you can further market to them, so that you're holding on to those clients.
Yeah, that's really interesting. What's the use of having a website if you don't do something with it, right?
Right.
And so, if you're a business, obviously you want to sell something.
Exactly.
So you want to make that experience pleasurable and easy.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's some websites I've really wanted a product, but you almost can't find how to do it.
Right. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of confusing websites out there, and that's a big part of it, is having a good navigation, a good flow. They call it a sales funnel, where you're capturing people, bringing them through your website in a very strategic way, to where they're getting the information that they need, and then either at the end of the website or through the middle or even multiple sections of the website, it gives them options to where they can opt into something and lead to where you're either purchasing a product or getting more information about your services.
Yeah, well, it's such an interesting field, and it's pretty new, although there've been web people, but the way you're doing it nowadays is it's a whole new field that's opened up, right? And
It has.
How did you get involved in this field?
I was in the health and fitness industry for most of my career. I was a personal trainer, and I used to own a few nutrition stores back in New England. And I moved to Florida back in 2005, and with a few friends of mine, and we opened up a 24-hour gym. And we had a nutrition plan at the time. We had a new line of products that we had just launched, and we went through all the nightmares that a lot of business owners go through when trying to get a new website. We had hired local web designers. We had made a lot of mistakes working with different people, tried to outsource, and we got a lot of learning lessons.
Yeah.
So it just kind of intrigued me to really get into the business, because I knew back then, which was around 2007, 2008, the economy started to flatline a little bit, and I knew that the retail business was going to get crushed, and so I decided to focus on internet marketing sales, primarily with fitness products at the time. And that's what kind of got me into the whole industry. And then from there, I just kind of networked with different, professionals, in the industry, and it just kind of took off, kind of morphed into this.
Yeah, I would imagine that all your friends, they all everybody wants a website, right?
Yeah, and that's
So
really
no
how I
shortage.
started my business. It's all basically through referrals.
Uh-huh.
So it's and everybody needs it. And we're in a transition period time right now where, like you said, there's a lot of old school websites, there's a lot of outdated websites. People are, realizing that, everything is on the internet. The internet is now is in people's hand with the mobile. So, you have to be, if you want to be in business nowadays, you have to be up to date on the technology. So that's good from a business standpoint. There's definitely a lot of business.
I think even as a regular person, you want to be up to the new things, right?
Right.
Pretty much everybody has some sort of presence on whether it's Facebook or
Sure.
But so many people have just their own website as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Social media pages or their own websites, or both. But
Uh-huh.
that's the way of the future now. That's how we all communicate.
Exactly. It's just what an amazing field it is. Who would have thought 10 years ago that it
know.
would be like it is now?
Yeah.
We were just talking to someone before the show, and they have access to, what did they say, 203 different social media platforms.
Yeah. Yeah. There's all kinds of ones out there now.
It's just amazing.
it's
I mean, who
growing.
would ever have thought that there's so many out there?
Yeah.
Well, it's such a fascinating field, and I want to hear more. I want to hear more about you when we come back. So
Okay.
stay tuned. We'll be right back.